everybody, welcome to tonight's Celebrity Big Brother 3 chat.
Oh, hi.
Oh gosh, are you okay?
No. I can't do these 2-hour episodes. They're just like too much.
It's like, a lot at once.
When they used to have The Bachelor 2-hour episodes and I'd be like, I hate
Aren't
my
they
life.
always like 2 hours?
Yes.
Well.
Except when they're 3.
We don't watch that anymore, but wow. Okay, so there was a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity seasons are like...
Yeah, bing
moving
bang
right
boom.
along.
All right, so last time, Misha won the HOH, and she nominated Carson and Mariah.
Yes.
And Cynthia ended up with the ugly purse hat. Was it a knockoff purse, or was it an actual designer bag?
It's an original Manwan. So she is safe for the week.
So,
she cannot be nominated. But there will be a curse coming with this blessing. And let me just say, the curse was sick.
It was. I have
but we'll
to
get
say,
to that.
Whoa.
They really stepped it up.
Stepped up their P's.
Yeah.
So Misha told both noms that they were pawns, basically, before she put them up.
At this point, Misha's saying...
I'm going to give you safety, but you're going to be... I need you to do me a favor. You're going to go up on the block.
Yeah. At this point, Misha is targeting Mariah because she knows that Mariah was spreading around information that she shared with her.
Well, they made it seem like Mariah was the target, but the real target was the back door.
Yeah.
And that was Teddy.
Yeah. And I mean, Toddrick...
He's already into a villain.
He's already targeting Carson. He sees Carson up on the block as a nice pawn, but now he's like, what if Carson was the target?
Do you feel like this is lost and Toddrick and Carson are like the smoke monster and the good guy? The good brother?
I don't know. I just feel like Toddrick, not wasting time here turning on Carson like this, makes me sad.
I really wanted to see the two of them working together, and it really hurts me that they're against each other. And Carson doesn't know that they're against each other, really.
He's gonna find out. Anyway, Toddrick is working very closely with Misha now. Yes. Misha is like his number one. He even has a crush on her?
That's manufactured. He wants the D. He doesn't want the me.
I don't know. The way he was looking her up and down was like, whoa, is this like... What is this? What's going on here? I don't know.
Power bottom? I don't know.
I don't know. As action-packed... Let's move on. As action-packed as these episodes have been, there's been even more happening on the live feeds. And we did start our live feed updates and spoilers.
Were you there?
Were you there?
You missed a lot if you weren't. You should consider showing up for the daily live feed updates because she does a really good job breaking it all down.
We have a good time with it.
Everybody can understand it, including me. And
well, you don't have as much time to watch the feeds. So.
Exactly. If you don't have time to watch the feeds, and I don't know who does except for her, and maybe a few other people, yeah. You need to get caught up on everything because there's a lot of good info in there.
This is like Drag Race. If you're not watching...
Yeah, if you're not watching after Untucked.
If you're not watching Untucked, you're not getting the full story. Yeah. But even, okay, now that the feeds are on, we've seen so much craziness. But there was even more craziness that went down before the feeds came on that did not make it to the episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm very sad that we did not get the full details on all that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
We may never.
Yeah. But that brings me to say, apparently Mariah was having a really tough time this past week. She was very emotional. According to Teddy, Mariah was crying for like 3 days straight. She didn't want to talk to anybody. But
usually they have one or two olds.
Yeah.
Mariah is the one... Mariah, is the only youngster in the house.
Yeah, so the tables
weird.
Have turned.
That's really weird. Or the turns have tabled.
But how sweet was Chris SNL, which you started calling... I think that's fun. Chris SNL. Chris SNL, Chris Kattan. How sweet was it when he was comforting Mariah and they had their bond... I love that.
I wish he could comfort me when I have my cry days.
I know, right? It was very, very sweet,
yeah.
And I love their friendship. And I'm so glad that people are realizing what a freaking gem Chris Kattan is. Yeah. The people inside the house and the people watching.
I could just watch him walking around in his sweats all day and sleeping.
I know.
He could just lay there and snore. It's just like my husband. It's okay.
Everything that he says is just so funny.
Yeah.
All right.
So Carson's beginning to suspect something because he's like, whoa, 2 people from our formation alliance are on the block.
Does Misha know about it? Honestly, at that point, I don't think Misha did know he was in the alliance. It would be spilled later on, but... Yeah, there was some leaks in the alliance, but I don't think at that point anybody had like spilled the whole thing to her.
Did you think Misha punching the hell out of that pad? There must have been a pile of poop next to it because she punched the S out of that. Were you as excited as Chris in sync about that?
I'm not really into that, so no. But Chris in sync is a fan of Misha, so he was just like...
He was fangirling, whatevering.
Yeah. He's also very loyal to Misha. Mm-hmm. There is a tight
She's got
group.
A lot of number ones.
There's Misha, Chris in sync, and Todrick all working very closely together.
Mm-hmm. Do you think eventually that will cause a problem? Like, I'm her number one. No, I'm her number one.
I don't know.
I mean, when you get down to it, there can only be...
One number one.
I
don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, but...
Who's going to get punched into a pile of poop?
Yeah.
Pile of chopped meat.
Back to the other side of the house. Teddy and Carson are trying to figure out who is leaking info about the formation to Misha.
Who's the White House plumber?
Yeah.
Where's the leak?
Yeah.
Carson thinks it's Mariah. And...
I mean, there was some talk about Todrick because he was spending an awful lot of time with Misha, but they're thinking it could be Mariah. But, like, why would Mariah be the leak when she told Teddy, you're in danger. You're being targeted here.
All right, that's way too serious. I think we need a little bit of comic relief. We're in danger.
Yeah.
We need to see Todrick high-stepping around in some high-heeled Crocs.
Oh, my God. So, funny story about these high-heeled Crocs. Okay, so before Christmas, I asked my boyfriend what his shoe size was because my parents wanted to get him some new slippers. Yeah. And then he was like, oh, you're getting me new shoes for Christmas? And he kept, like, asking about it. And then I, like, did a random Google image search for, like, crazy shoes or, like, weird shoes. And this insane picture of these high-heel Crocs came up. And they were, like, Balenciaga, hundreds of dollars shoes.
Did you send it to him?
And I was like, oh, yeah, these are the shoes that my parents are getting for you.
Do you love them?
And no, they're weird. I don't like it. The heel does not match.
Did you say
yeah.
Do you love these or not?
Of course.
You're not going to hurt my parents' feelings, are you?
So it became like this running joke. And then to see that Todrick actually owns a pair of these high heel Crocs was just mind-blowing.
I actually saw these for the first time when I was looking for what pattern of Crocs I was going to get for Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
So I had seen these already, and I was like, oh, these are weird.
I mean, nothing against Crocs. Like, straight up Crocs, love them. Great. I just don't like the way that the heel looked. Like, the type of heel with the Croc. It didn't work for me.
It was almost like an oversized kitten heel.
No, for me, it looked like maybe you were looking at different ones.
Maybe.
The ones that I saw, it was like this weird, like, screw. It looked like a really chunky screw. I don't know.
Oh, weird.
I wasn't feeling it. But I didn't get a good look at what Todrick's heel looked like on his. But they were having a lot of fun taking turns wearing the shoes.
They were that high.
I'm not sure.
They were like a mid heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that was fun. And he also forced Todd Bridges and Lamar to walk around. How did they fit Lamar?
He was hanging off the back. What do they call that when your feet are, like, hanging off of the back?
I don't know.
I feel like I've heard the term on Drag Race. Or maybe it was more when your toes are hanging over the front.
I think it's the toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
Actually, leave it in the comments, because I know we got a lot of Drag Race viewers out there watching.
All right. Well, Shayna finally had a little story. She had Omarosa story time.
This was not what I thought it was going to be. She's like, oh, Lamar and I both have a connection to, like, a famous family. I was like, oh, my God, they're going to talk about their exes. Like,
yeah, they're going to talk about the rumor that her ex-husband cheated on her with Kim Kardashian.
I wasn't even thinking of that. I was just thinking that her ex is now engaged to a Kardashian, and obviously Lamar was married to a Kardashian.
Yes, but that's how he was exposed to that family, and then...
That lines up, though, with her not liking Kim. Because her whole story was, I was on Wendy Williams, and she was asking me if I was going to Chloe and Lamar's wedding. But she said that she thought that Wendy was talking about Kim. Mm-hmm. And apparently...
She said, there's no way I'm going to that donkey's wedding.
So Shayna...
Did she call her a donkey because she has a big butt?
I don't know.
Donkey butt?
I don't know. But Shayna was like, I hope that Lamar doesn't, like, remember that and hate me for it. I feel like Lamar probably...
Did not know what the hell was going on. Yeah, you're like,
I don't freaking know what that would... No, what? Like, that's...
Is he watching Wendy Williams?
That's such an insignificant thing, like, in... whatever. Perspective-wise.
I mean, was she thinking that he saw it, like, on TMZ? When you're, like, an ultra celebrity like that, how much of the tabloids and everything do you really pay attention to?
Small thing compared to, I'm sure, a lot of the other things that he dealt with. But even so, I'm sure he would not have cared at this point.
No. All right. Well, it's time to pick players for the veto. Okay. So
back to the game.
Misha draws Chip. Where is it?
Oh, it's over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got Cynthia.
Oh.
Who'd you get?
Okay, Carson was up next.
You have to be Carson, though.
Hey,
kids. Yeah, there you go.
It's Lamar.
All right, and Mariah says, ooh, house guest choice.
Let me pick the person that sold me out to Misha.
Todrick.
Oh, Mariah. Obviously, she doesn't know that at this point, but, like, Mariah, no. All
right, so Misha and Todrick, so close. She wants Todrick to win and keep the noms the same.
Yeah, because at this point, again, they still want Mariah to go this week.
Or if Todrick can't close the deal and she's got to put somebody else up, she's thinking about Chris SNL. No, don't do it.
She's saying, he doesn't have that many connections in the house. Nobody's going to care. Everyone's going to care, you jerk.
See, now that's the type of person that I feel you would want to keep in the house.
Right?
That's not attached to anybody else. You'd want to break up the alliances.
Well, but then there's the players. Some people, want to take the easy way out, and they take out somebody that's not really working with anybody.
Well, Todrick wants Carson out.
We know. You're jealous. All right.
He's definitely reading jealous. The library is open. All right, so it's time for the veto comp, and it's one of those ones that would... drive us crazy in a regular season because it was individually timed, but it probably didn't matter very much in celebrity time because...
What do you mean?
It didn't take that long.
Yes, it did.
All right.
It took some of these people way too long. It took most of these people way too long.
Well, it was individually timed, and it was an Alpine Wonderland. I guess it was non-copyright Aspen.
I like the set. It was like a nice ski town.
It kind of reminds me of Sesame Place.
Yeah, with like
with the storefronts.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
So you had to... It was called Schedule Snafu.
You had to get these clues, these text messages from your...
your personal assistant messed it up. She sent you these stupid things.
How many of these celebrities do you think have a personal assistant?
All of them.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Well, not Chris Kattan.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure he has like an agent and manager and all that. But
yeah, but I don't think he has anybody
like
saying,
a personal assistant.
I'm going to need you to go to this place. And
I can't imagine that. That's such a weird... I mean, I get why people need them, but I just can't imagine living like that.
I was watching the live feeds this afternoon. Toddrick was talking to Cynthia, and right when he said, I have so many assistants, the feeds cut.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just curious who has an assistant and who doesn't. So, they're getting these text messages from the incompetent assistant, and they have to use the clues to put the different events in order.
Right.
I love these types of puzzles.
I do too, because they actually make you think. So Carson got it on the first try, and he was freaking fast.
Yes, Carson!
Yeah. I was a little bit surprised, because I thought, ooh, he's taking some real choices here.
Well, they were the right choices.
Yeah. Cynthia had them all wrong. Lamar had them all wrong.
You know what was really sad?
What?
When they would buzz in wrong, Big Brother would be like, okay, this one is number 2. And every time you got one wrong, they gave you, like, another one.
They would never do that in the regular season.
I mean, they might. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So the results. Lamar timed out. I guess the maximum amount of time was 30 minutes.
How do you time out on that?
Because he doesn't know how to figure it out. Misha had 8 minutes and 58 seconds, and she was looking pretty effing confident that she was doing, really good.
Well, I mean, she felt that way for a while, too, because Toddrick and Mariah both in the 16-minute range.
Almost 17 minutes.
Cynthia, 22:43. What? What is going on here? So that
nobody talked to Carson after the competition because they would have found out that he breezed through that in 3 minutes and 54 seconds.
He must have felt like a genius.
Well, next to these guys, he was.
All right, so Carson wins the veto. Yay! I'm so excited.
I'm clapping like Mariah after I got nominated.
That clap went on for a long time.
All right, so Mariah talks to Misha. And Misha is thinking of putting up Chris and Elle. Don't do it.
No. So Shayna is very worried that she could be going up on the block as a replacement because she's thinking about it. She's like, I don't know. These people are all safe. Like, these people are close.
She's got to throw a tidbit to Misha.
So she's like, all right, I'm throwing some people under the bus. I'm going to make sure that I'm good. And you know what? You can't really blame her at this point, right?
That was probably a smart thing to do, except that she's not in the alliance that I'm interested in. So, don't do that.
Oh. So, Shayna spills to Misha about the Formation Alliance, who's in it, all this stuff, and Misha's like, oh, that's interesting.
All right, so Teddy's up in the HOH.
And Misha, all this time, has been telling Teddy, I got you, you're safe this week, I'm not putting you up. And now, all of a sudden, Misha's like, so plans have changed.
Maury called me and told me.
What?
You're not the father.
What if Maury was on the show?
Oh my God. I think he would probably sleep more than Chris Kattan. All right, so
she lets Teddy know circumstances have changed, and she's like going up on the block, and Teddy's like, what?
Yeah.
She's not happy about it. She's trying to, stay off the block, but it seems like Misha's already made up her mind here.
Yeah. Teddy's not going to beg, though. She's got a modicum of self-respect. It's
called having money and not needing to win this.
She's getting backdoored, whether she likes it or not. So it's time for the POV ceremony, and Carson, of course, uses the POV on himself because that's the smart thing to do.
Also say, Carson, as expected, is killing it in the diary room. Just got to give him that little shout out.
Diary queen.
Yes.
And Misha puts up Teddy. I know. And Carson's gagged and gooped, as the kids would say.
Reactions. Yeah. Love
the
that.
kids today on my other show that's quite successful, Gagged and Gooped.
Monique Hart!
Stunning!
Yes.
All right, so...
He's upset, though, because Teddy is one of his close allies.
I didn't like Teddy at first, but I really liked her working with Carson.
She's been entertaining so far.
She has been entertaining. And she's been one of the realest ones in the house, I feel like. So... We have some real talk now. This is like on Degrassi when we go there.
Yeah.
And Mariah and Lamar talk about the struggles
racism in this country.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot that Lamar is also an Olympian. And he had such a great quote about, like, how proud they are to represent their country when they play for Team USA. And how much he wishes his country represented him. And that was just such a powerful moment. I love this conversation between the two of them.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that these kind of conversations are being included now on the show. Because a few years ago, they were not showing this.
Would not have happened.
Yeah.
Would not have happened. Love to see it. So, Teddy's going to have to campaign.
I guess I have to, like, campaign now.
I guess I don't even have my assistant to help me. So
I do have to say, though, Teddy was putting in the work to campaign.
She was, and she had good points, and I really thought that she was going to flip some people and make it happen, but we'll see. Julie, check in, and guess what, kids? We're going to talk about the hat curse. The ugly hat purse curse.
Okay, so, like, there was a lot of speculation that, okay, everybody figured out on the outside the whole nom now thing.
Not Lamar.
I'm saying on the outside. Oh. We all, as, you know, viewers of this show, we're used to OTEV and things being backwards or whatever. So, we all thought the obvious thing here, okay, Cynthia's going to have to nominate a third nominee. That was not the twist.
That was not the case.
Well, this new twist was so much more exciting.
First of all, Julie said, that is only Velcroed on because this is a knockoff. So you're going to need to pull that off and turn it upside down.
What?
And Lamar, I heard Lamar in the background go, Mom won?
Oh, I don't think he said Mom, did he?
He did. I thought he said Mom.
Lamar had a lot of great one-liners in this episode. Yeah.
So, no, it's nom now.
Okay, so instead of there just being a third nominee, they are reversing
the curse?
Reversing the curse here. So earlier in the week, they were passing around the hat and the last person to get it is safe for the week. But this time, they're passing around the hat again. It's another chain, but this time the last person to get the hat is nominated. Oh. And it's not just like they're the third nominee.
Right.
They have to choose one person
to replace
on the block.
Oh my God. That's huge.
So that's pretty freaking wild.
So you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
I gotta say,
that's what it's all about.
This season is delivering on so many levels so far.
Just that twist alone made the season worthwhile. That's exciting. A beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right, so Carson and Misha are safe. That doesn't change.
And obviously Cynthia is also safe.
So the hat ended up with Todd.
Yeah, it came down to Chris Kattan, and he had to decide between Lamar and Todd, and he gave the hat to Lamar, which means that Todd is going up on the block.
I guess Chris and Elle does not like
They have this Todd little, like, rivalry going on.
Too much.
Yeah, but Todd is also...
I'm the only snorer in the house.
Todd was also planning on putting up Chris and Elle if he wins HOH, so...
All right. Well, Todd got up on the block and decided that he was going to save Mariah. Because he wants Teddy out, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's Todd versus Teddy.
Oh, my goodness.
And Todd said, I'm only going to say one thing, and that's do what you got to do.
Simple, to the point.
But Teddy had more to say. She said, thanks, I want to stay, blah, blah, blah. Let's do this.
But it killed me when Teddy was like, this is the worst way to go out. Like, I was backdoored this week. I don't know. I think it would be worse if you went out because of this freaking hat purse. I think that would be a worse way to go out. But, you know, that's just my opinion. That was my opinion.
I feel very attacked. All right. So it's time to vote.
Okay.
And by 5-3, Teddy is evicted.
Yeah. The 3 votes to keep Teddy were Chris Kattan, because he made a promise to her.
Right.
Carson and Cynthia, because they were both close to Teddy.
And, yeah.
So, well, how about when Teddy was getting ready to walk out and Lamar's like, oh wait, first I have to go back. The voting, when Chris Kattan came out of the diary room.
He didn't know what to do. He was just like... They were like, I think you should sit down.
Yeah. And then after the eviction, Lamar was like, do we sit down or do we have to walk her out? And then people are crying and he's like, she's not dead.
Oh, not crying.
There were so many special moments tonight.
There was.
So...
Lamar's really been delivering on the...
yeah. He's been a lot of fun.
On the confusion. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
This whole cast has been a joy so far.
Yeah. Julie had about 1 hot minute to interview Teddy. Mm-hmm. I guess there's going to be more interview, like, online.
Well, they always do, like, an extra thing. What is it, for, like, Facebook or something? I don't know.
Something like that. Well, Julie said, who do you feel most betrayed by? And I was expecting her to say Misha, but she said Todrick.
Well, that makes sense, because she wasn't working with Misha. She was in an alliance with Todrick.
But Misha did promise her safety.
Yeah, but she wasn't in an alliance with her before.
Okay.
I would agree with her assessment that, like, Todrick really did her dirty.
And she said, also, who's playing the best game, Teddy? And Teddy said...
I thought she was going to say, like, Cynthia or Carson.
Lamar and Chrisanel.
Because they're not really doing anything.
They're laying low. They're coasting.
I mean, there's something to be said for that, right?
Yeah. And what's more cutthroat? Being a real housewife or being this?
She said being this.
Ooh.
Yeah. She said this is the hardest thing she's ever done.
Really? Going up against some of those tough housewives?
But when you compare the fights on, like, Beverly Hills compared to other franchises...
do you remember Erica this season? Like,
I do.
I will destroy you. I'll tear you in half. I'm not playing.
Yeah. That
was scary.
Yeah, but I don't know.
All right, but that wasn't directed towards her, so.
No, it wasn't. Anyway, I'm kind of sad to see Teddy go.
I am as well.
Because she surprised me. She was way more exciting to watch than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Well, you know what? You get to see somebody else go on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, this is quick. They're keeping it moving. Sunday night, we're going to find out who won HOH, who's nominated. But if you don't want to wait, watch the spoilers. And if they do the HOH competition tonight, we will put the winner in the info for today's spoiler.
Do you think this next season of regular Big Brother, they'll have like a Squid Game situation?
What do you mean?
I don't know, something simple like they do in Squid Game.
I haven't seen Squid Game or Squid Games or.
I think it's like kids games, but like you die.
That's. Well, I hope they're not going to kill anyone.
No, they're not going to kill. They won't kill anybody, but like it will be such a simple premise, maybe.
I don't know.
I'd love to see more twists like we had tonight.
It was a fun twist.
That was great.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, but another person's leaving on Monday, so it's going to be a quick, fast-paced weekend.
So make sure you check in with those spoilers because life comes at you fast, and she's going to explain it. You don't want to get quizzed in the face.
So leave all your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Yep, and until next time,
much love.